Welcome back to Red Faction. As you can see, the guys are in some degree of silence after that last employee I killed.
Not really. I mean,
just,
you killing stuff is pretty common. We literally were just doing
more
the
onto
pause.
the pile, I guess.
But yeah, okay. So we can't get the lift down to the boss because, well, Capek's a dick. So let's find another way. What was through here?
Okay, legitimately did not recognize that it was supposed to be a tunnel.
This is the feeding chute, Parker. Something is hungry.
Oh no, evil Winnie the Pooh is unleashing another beast at us.
It's the Rancor.
Considering the cave and everything, it would be probably more of a Wampa.
Well, let's see. Oh, this music's getting
Can't do the stock sound effects. Jesus Christ!
What the hell is that thing?
It's a graboid
It's like
from
a...
Tremors.
And it's dead.
You just pulverized. Okay, rude.
It fell on top of you.
Don't worry, I
What a
survived.
jerk.
I got better.
Yeah, it's okay, I lived.
Huh, that was super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just started blasting.
Yeah, I think maybe we were supposed to put it down this pit.
I don't see how that would have worked. It doesn't
No,
look like
considering
it,
it actually has a death animation where it just falls down, I find that unlikely.
And not to mention, it's embedded into the ground. I doubt it's supposed to fall down that way.
Parker, I am waiting for you.
Dwibs.
He was looking at me funny.
Tail, if we're going to get like this every time we kill somebody, we're gonna be here all night. Just roll with it at this point, Tail.
You cannot see my finger wagging from here.
So that's what it's come to, Dwibs. You're just shooting on me.
Oh, it's just funny that the guard said, "Don't worry, there's no one coming through this way." Ah!
The Batman Mook banter irony.
How did the beast not get here?
It was grown. Remember, this guy is like an evil biologist, so...
Welcome to my domain, Parker. I trust you find it to your liking.
Someone tells me I doubt that very much.
I'm surprised that he actually did not lock the door.
Well, that's the thing. He's the kind of bad guy who just wants him to come in.
Which is why did sabotage the elevator beforehand?
He said you don't want to make it easy.
Wow.
Double kill.
A double innocent kill.
They're not innocent, I keep telling you that.
Again, you don't know that.
I know because I must know. It is my purpose.
I don't know if they're innocent or not. For all I know, they could have aided in the development of the plague.
And for all you know, they could have literally have just been completely, unaware of the atrocities going on.
Please. As if these guys that are close to the facility where the plague was originated would be unaware of it.
Actually, I might as well use this to ask a question about the gameplay system, Dwibs. In terms of, picking stuff up off the ground and everything, how is ammo management for this game?
I mean,
do you think it's they get dropped in decent enough quantities or not?
it depends on how rare depends on how powerful the weapon is.
What's with this music?
It sounds like we're in the underground valleys of Super Mario Land with that soundtrack.
The guard shot the scientist that time.
Oh, now we're starting to have people with body armor.
Yeah, let's open all the doors.
Sure, why not? The inmates run the asylum.
Perhaps you would like a closer look?
It sounds like that's what he wanted to happen.
And now the music starts to resemble more of a Spyro level.
This way.
Okay. Considering the cells and everything, I guess they should be chanting "Thank you for releasing me." Bye, you get to leave, I guess.
Gotta say, for the earlier statements about guns making people jumpy, they're not very jumpy.
If they had been jumpy, you probably would have shot them anyway. So I guess it's a blessing in disguise.
I think those people are programmed not to be, but a lot of people do get nervous when you approach them like that with the gun.
Elevator music, I guess.
I didn't put any in. Nah,
That's
I already
the way
came
you
this
came.
way.
I was actually wondering.
Hey, think about it. Parker will at least get a second to mourn all his dead comrades.
I think thinking about it should have been the reason for you to not get from the way you came.
Maybe his thoughts clouded his vision.
Uh-huh.
Ow.
We're a bit far from that.
Where even are you?
EA was in the back of that corridor behind the grate.
You're gonna die!
Wow.
Well, someone was gonna die. You were half right.
Not the nurse.
You're dead, traitor!
Again, she works in the medical department. Might be spreading this shit about.
Again, the key word is might. So for all you know, you are killing innocent
so
people.
remind me again, because you're the American, you guys posted you had this kind of thing. What's the code name of that association that's in morbid love with guns in your country? Like NRA or something? Yeah. This would be a perfect this probably would be a perfect spokesperson on that.
Oh no, Parker only kills those who deserve it.
Absolutely.
You know, I just realized, Dwibs, you're using the same thought pattern that Galahad had in the later parts of the Order in 1886, where he killed people that, for all we knew, were innocent.
Actually, you know, reminded.
Yeah, but Parker's more fun.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying you have the same thought pattern as Galahad, not necessarily Parker, but yes to you.
The Atkins, the Cenobite gunner from the Hellraiser comics. Basically, for context, the Hellraiser comics, as explained in Kara, go watch his videos, they're actually very informative. Expanded a lot of the lore of the Cenobites and everything, introduced a couple of recurring characters, like one that is based on, an actor, which is specialized in cutting people's faces and, stapling them onto him and everything. And then there's this guy called Atkins, which is a Vietnam War veteran, and his sticky is very...
Ah, shit, boss time.
What the fuck?
Yep, he's flying around and I have to shoot him enough.
Didn't he have a shield or something?
He does.
Yeah, what happened to that?
I know, he has a shield.
Oh.
You have no say in
Why is the music trying to be Night on Ball Mountain?
So how do we shut down his shield?
Shoot it enough times.
Oh, so it's basically the Cyber Demon logic from Doom. To defeat him, shoot it until it's dead.
And we have EOS helping us out.
Oh, there we go, I guess.
Parker, stop! Don't kill him!
He's already dead.
Don't kill him? He's killed hundreds of miners.
And hundreds more will die unless we find a cure for the plague. We can't save the miners who are dead already, but we might save those who are dying. He's their only hope.
How tragic.
hope. Who has hope? If you have hope, you just don't understand yet. My work, all gone.
Capek, the plague. There's got to be a cure.
Simple, really. Stop the replicators.
But how? How do you stop them?
Antidote. Of
course. Come on, Eos. Let's finish him and get out of here.
We need that antidote, Parker.
Wow, I
If we're
guess
not gonna
Pedro,
help,
what Pedro said in previous party is right. Dwibs really was in
Where is
character,
the
I guess.
antidote?
Yep.
Why help you? Hope you all die.
Okay, I've been making jokes about evil winning the pool. Let me check actually who voiced this
The
guy.
formula's got to be in his computer files. Maybe Hendrix can help. Parker, you've got to get out of here. One of us has to live through this.
I wanna shoot
No time
something.
to argue. Go out the way I came in. If I don't make it, you must tell people there's a cure for the plague.
What a noble sacrifice.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Oh shit!
Of course, there's a
60
self-destruct
seconds to
sequence.
evacuate.
Go out the way I came in. Someone's waiting outside for you.
So basically, Eos is going to try and find what info she can. Means, yeah, unless she can teleport, she's
45
sacrificing
seconds
herself
to
for the greater
self-destruct.
good.
The greater good.
I love that. This talks all the time.
Yeah.
Remember again, who was the doctor that we just killed? Evil winning the pool?
Capek.
Brad Armacost.
Orion says
Which,
Eos was planning to bring a computer disk
okay,
to
he's mostly a
Alto's communication
TV
center.
kind of guy.
Eos had contacts in the Earth
Let me
Defense
see if
Force.
there's something that I
She thought they sent a
recognize.
rescue fleet if we put out a distress call. The comm center's at the end of this canyon. Let's deal with the canyon first, then look for a way up to the comm center.
There is in... Oh, okay, he was in 2 episodes of Chicago Fire, I guess.
Eos said that if she didn't come out, you would.
His career is not
She
that
said to give me this
extensive, but,
computer disk.
you
I
know,
don't know
solid
why.
enough.
Alright, so here's what.
Go to the far end of the canyon.
So here's the gameplay for this section. This spider's gonna drive us to our destination. We just have to shoot everything that comes our
Ooh,
way.
turret section.
Oh, this again. Okay.
Oh, whoa! What are you driving, mate? Jeez.
I love how the turret stands perfectly still despite the jeep jumping around.
It was rough getting here, and I don't expect it'll be any easier getting back.
Let me check instead the others. Eos is voiced by Susan Messing. She's definitely not messing around. Oh, she's been also in TV stuff mostly, but again, I don't recognize anything from here. Like, it's been decent enough, but... wait, was it? I think was their only major video game role. Same for the guy who voiced the Doctor.
But now we're about to come up to the more cunning and ruthless enemies of the game. The mercs, the enemies that the game's been hyping up since early on.
Okay.
Basically, they're the best of the best, and they're working on the final boss of the game, who we'll learn about a bit later on. Needless to say, we're about to come across a psychopath.
I mean, as in, the people we haven't found before haven't not been.
Pretty much.
Maybe it's the planet that makes people going mad. I don't know.
Plot twist: Red Faction was actually a sequel to Final Fantasy VII. The planet
Actually,
is
it would
the
be
villain
more of
this
a.
time.
Ideally, it would be more of a sequel to The Spirits Within. What happens after humanity supposedly regains form? Not really, because if I recall correctly, at the end of the movie, the only remnants of humanity is like 2 people. I know it's supposed to be a symbol to Adam and Eve, but I hate to tell you, Biology 101, that ain't enough to repopulate the planet.
Look, all I have to say about that movie is, look, Sakaguchi-san, I know that you're grieving, but that doesn't mean we have to suffer too.
There are better ways of coping.
Yeah.
I mean, Final Fantasy VII was arguably a better way of coping.
There we go.
There we are.
I guess they do have a strong body armor.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll drive now.
Now we're gonna go in this little tunnel here.
Why did you go into the truck then?
Like I said, I don't really have much experience of this section of the game.
Alright.
Alright. Into the tunnels.
Even the extras are not particularly known. Again, this cast did not have much experience when they worked on the game, and they did not do too much afterward. But it's not like their career ended immediately, so there is that.
Okay, that's one thing I appreciate, that you don't drown when you're swimming in this game.
Like I said, I think because you have a closed, helmet, so yeah.
I mean, the best way to describe this game is that it's simplistic in a lot of ways, but seems intuitive in others, so I could see this being a good enough success to start a franchise.
This is a very 2001 game. Very 2001.
Honestly, it really feels like a quintessential PC Quake engine game to the point where I'm surprised it just came out on console.
Bad
But that's
news.
not the really bad news. Once you've sent the message from the comm center, we still have to get the fleet in here. Ultra has a system of laser satellites orbiting Mars. They'll tear the fleet apart unless we disable them somehow. There's a space station that controls the satellites. We've got to get you up there.
Yep, we're going to go into space. Well, on a space satellite, but still.
Assuming that they don't destroy our transport before getting there again.
I have a question. They make the text so tiny and hard to read, then why even have this big of a rectangle? Like, seriously, like...
It was actually more common than you think, Pedro. People... I don't even know what was the thought process, admittedly. Like, people just slapped text like that, probably because... I guess they had to fill in a quota, I guess?
No, like, if you're gonna make that rectangle as big as that, actually make the text bigger so I can actually read.
I don't think there was even a thing of, oh, you're forced to do it, otherwise you're not getting paid enough.
Our next and final big bad of this segment of the game is Colonel Masako. She's a psychopath.
Yay!
She's played by Elisa Fradin. Let me check what else she did. Her career too is mostly TV stuff, and she has been... Oh, wait! She played Barbara Gordon in Batman Begins? What?
Well, there you go.
Well, I guess the game, because I don't remember her being in the movie. Unless she... I forgot, Pedro. My memory is fuzzy. Was there a young Barbara Gordon in Batman Begins?
I don't know.
No, it was just
it has to be the
Batman
game,
Begins.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I also checked...
the Batman Begins game is different than the movie itself.
Well, okay, yeah, but I don't remember if Barbara shows up in that either. Anyway, I checked in the meantime also our contact, Hendrix, is voiced by a guy called Lorenzo Shepard, and this is literally the only thing he did. So, my guess is that it was a case of, let's see who we have in the office here.
Barbara Gordon is not in the Nolan trilogy at all, period. So.
I thought even it is a small cameo, but no, apparently.
No.
Let me double check. I don't recall her ever being.
No, the fact that I don't remember her,
No, that was all.
Wow, you were almost going on a non-kill streak, Dwibs. I guess you
Jim,
just, pull the trigger.
Jim Gordon has a son instead of a daughter in the Nolan verse.
Well, I mean, he had a son also in the comics in addition to Barbara.
True.
In some cases,
but we never see Barbara in any of the bits that has.
Wait! Hold on. It might have been talking about the wife, actually.
Oh well, there you go then.
Because remember, Jim Gordon's wife is also called Barbara Gordon.
The fact that I don't remember much of her either. Also, that reminds me that she doesn't have that much of a role.
Well, the family
She was in the movies, except for Dark Knight Rises, because screw Jim Gordon, goddamn. But no, she was in Batman Begins and Dark Knight.
The family was more of an extension of Jim Gordon's character rather than anything else. It was meant to be like sure that he was a family man and everything. The Jim Gordon's major was actually the actual one that was primarily a character in the Nolan trilogy.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Jim actually did have a daughter in Dark Knight, actually. She shows up during that scene where Two-Face
but
kidnaps
the credits
the
on
family.
IMDb mention specifically Batman Begins.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, I do remember that. I do remember that in Batman Begins, only the boy shows up. That I remember.
Okay. Actually, apparently the daughter is also in Batman Begins, but like, you know, again, you'd be forgiven for forgetting she's in
Also,
there.
Dwibs, can you explain me what just happened? Why did you load it immediately?
I messed up, and I was thinking it took a bit long, so I just cut it out and loaded it back up.
Sure, I guess.
Seriously, it should be very easy. It should be very easy for a modder to take this game and increase the size of the text because the rectangle is already so big.
To be fair, you have a point. You might have a point because I haven't checked yet if the fix actually does provide a change in that. But considering it talks also about you know, resolution variants and everything, I'm guessing it might be part of the course.
Okay, that does not look like Parker.
Well, actually, too, the subtitles are 2D assets, and when you increase the resolution of a game, the 2D assets will actually look tinier, because 2D assets don't upscale with resolution, because 2D assets work differently than 3D assets.
Maybe on like a poster, but like, are you sure that applies also to subs?
Well, usually subtitles in games are just, you know, 2D sprites of letters. Usually, I mean, especially in older games like these.
But it depends. If a hard sub, because they're encoding a cutscene, I guess. But if they're in a text box, it should be like just a box with a pop-up that appears, especially in a game usually mostly built for PC.
I can actually give you an example. Sonic Adventure. If you mod Sonic Adventure without the HD to the assets mod, and you blow up the game to 1080p in resolution, the text and every 2D asset in the game will look incredibly tiny. The menus will look tiny. That's because they're 2D assets and everything. That's why one of the more essential mods of Sonic Adventure is HD GUI mod, which basically is HD super duper looking versions, fan-made versions of the 2D assets that look much better when brought up to HD, basically. Like it's one of those things when you're trying to upscale these older games. Like these games were not made with HD screens in mind. So when you try to
my point still being, what I do ponder if it the fix also as a, you know, not an option, but you know, it does include help for the subs or not. But again,
maybe.
But I saw did not include them, so I cannot.
Damn, these mercenaries are so brutal. They'll kill even the guards.
Also, I have to reiterate again, what is this music? This music feels very 2001.
Yep. Like I said, this is like 2001, the video game, and by 2001 I mean the year, not the movie.
This will okay. It's not even to condemn this game or anything, but this really feels like a game that will be played in universe in a TV showcase. That, you know, a character is like, look what I'm playing, I'm getting a high score. You know.
Well, at least they actually say. Well,
the series, which I remind you, tried to product placement in Final Fantasy X, arguing that it had multiplayer.
Well, actually, okay, Tail.
Wait, hold on. Which one were you talking about, Theo?
2 Man and a Half, the one with Charlie Sheen.
It's funny because the same thing literally happens in the Charlie's Angels movie, which implies that Final Fantasy VIII is a multiplayer game.
Theo, in that example of yours, like, would they at the very least say the name of the game?
Yes.
Okay, that's at the very least better because oh, hold on,
oh. Sure hope this works.
It'd be fine. So far, so good.
Shit.
And then blue screen of death. Okay. But no, that's the thing. Well, that will at least be better than the way they do video game sponsorship in my country's shows. Because just to give you an idea, we have a few years back we had an after-school TV show. It was basically the Dawson's Creek equivalent of over here, right? With teenagers and everything going through high school and shit like that, right? Basically, one of the major sponsors of that show was PlayStation Portugal. So obviously that meant that we needed some PlayStation product placement. Thing is, too, whenever the characters start playing a PlayStation game, they always say, we're going to play some console. They never even say the name of it. I'm guessing it was the writers trying to be subtle about it and not flat out say PlayStation. But the problem is that the problem when you do that is that it makes the dialogue come across as very
have to be worded like in invented fashion. A console which is yet to be determined.
Okay, like there was this stuff like, I bet I can beat you at the console, like, or something like that. Like they just say console. They don't even say the name of the game. They don't even say the name of the console. They just say we're going to play.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of serial spy mysteries when they have to make, when they could not name drop the Soviet Union. They will say he worked for a powerful foreign nation. So yeah.
Can you imagine how it would be like that if a kid sees that? And supposedly the intended effect happens and the kid wants to buy the said console. Problem is... sorry, go on.
So yeah, to avoid getting blown up like those escaping miners were earlier, we're going to have to disable their defense system.
Also, Pedro, I understand what you mean, because in my country, a lot of, very casual families, and I mean the ones that get consoles just to play FIFA most of the time, tend to have the grandmas or the aunts or the grandpas who just say that their nephew or grandchildren want to play quote unquote with the Nintendo, even if it's a PlayStation.
No, that's a
It's funny because the PlayStation was originally going to be a Nintendo device.
Yeah, basically. But that's the thing, Theo, because since in those TV shows that I brought up, they just say console. Like, imagine the kid trying to ask their parent, hey, I want you to buy me a console. And the parent will go, okay, which console then? Because there's like 3 different ones that I can get. And oh, I don't know, they just say console, but I want that console.
A railway station?
Yes, our final boss is actually going to be Thomas the Tank Engine.
Dun 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 dun! The in G minor.
I mean, flat out saying the name of the console in the game you're promoting would be, very blatant product placement. But honestly, I will argue the alternative my country came up with is actually worse. To be honest with you.
I'm still shocked that one of the better cases of using a game for the narrative, which does include product placement, is Reign Over Me with Shadow of the Colossus.
Parker, EOS here.
Yes, EOS?
Oh, that really was very easy, very inconvenience.
I mean, I guess to be fair, it probably would have been a bit cheap if she just died off screen like that.
Well, not I'm talking about getting the antidote. Like, they made such a big deal in doing that.
Well, keep in mind, finding out and getting the antidote were only a part of it. There's also getting the actual function done.
We gotta rock our way to the end.
Techno raving, I guess.
So wait, are we like midway through the game or getting close to the end?
We're close to the end.
This playthrough is this playthrough is only 5 parts, so we're almost done actually.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, now it's
this.
Okay, now the music's sounding like something
Again,
out of Crash Bash.
Someone watched The Matrix in the development team, and this was around the time they were starting to ripping the shit out of it.
Wait, what year was this game?
2001.
The Matrix was 1999, right?
So no, trust me, throughout the entirety of the early 2000s, it was just Matrix reference after Matrix reference in popular media. Remember, it was this very same year Shrek 1 came out, and that movie as a
Matrix slow-mo kick rotation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, everyone was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Some better than others.
I mean, to be fair, as a reference, it's one of the easiest things to do. Like, the Wachowskis managed to make it work in live action with the technology that they had at the time, which was impressive. But
which
like an animated film, it will probably.
Yeah, which only begs the question why the action in Resurrections is so lackluster. You'd think with the passage of time and the better technology, Lana would be able to make an even better action scenes, but no.
Aren't we still running on the idea she intentionally sabotaged the movie?
Missiles will explode.
Well, Warner Brothers sabotaged the movie in terms of its release on HBO Max, but I don't remember.
As in, Warner Bros. Asked me to do a sequel, but I really feel the franchise should have been over, so I'm making sure no.
Well, in that case,
how come the film ended the way it did then?
not just that.
I don't know. Like I'm not an insider. Dwibs.
Okay. Assuming it was a cliffhanger, my guess would be it would have been an executive mandate from WB to leave the room open for a sequel. Granted, I haven't seen the movie, and impressions and reception I see from it has been all over the place.
Honestly, Jova, I'm going to even go out like the way like then Dwibs doesn't really care much for my take on this, but I'll say it anyway. I'll take Matrix Revolutions over it, because Matrix Revolutions, for as terrible as it was, at least it told its story with conviction. Like Matrix Resurrections is literally Dwibs, at the very least the characters delivered their lines straight. It didn't constantly break the fourth wall and talk about how nostalgia is all the rage now and shit.
Hold on. Later.
Mom said I'd come to a bad end. This one's for you, Mom.
Aww. Well, go ahead and push it.
Manual launch override engaged. 30 seconds until launch.
Oh, interesting triangle transition.
I mean, Matrix was
sorry. Basically, we jammed the missiles, and now we've got a set amount of time to get out of the area.
Like,
all right, let's go.
You guys were talking about the action scenes. Considering I tend to enjoy the one of Revolution anyway, I guess I don't really have anything to worry about. Not for Resurrection.
Oh no, sure, that's fine. Like, my point is that Matrix.
Shit.
What?
Still there?
Oh, that was supposed to happen.
Look out, we're gonna crash.
Well, we
and now we have a 10-minute time limit. Okay.
We only got 10 minutes to get to the coast. No, but seriously, Matrix Resurrections is so unnecessarily self-deprecating that it's just obnoxious to me. Jesus.
Again, that's kind of honestly that's kind of why I prefer it to the third one, because at the very least, unlike the second and especially the third one, it's not well, it loses the problems of those two films. Like the action isn't the action isn't overly long. Okay, yes, it replaces the faux philosophy with self-deprecatingness, but at least the stupid faux philosophy's gone.
Well, the problem
is talking about nothing.
The problem that is that you're just taking away those problems and replacing them with other problems. I mean,
I never said it was a good movie.
So what vehicle is this, Dwibs?
The vehicle of running over people while also having
I get it. Like, is it like a tank or something? Yeah, I guess it is.
Okay, these are supposed to be pressure pads on the floor that open the door automatically, but for sometimes they don't work. So the game just lets me do that.
Okay.
So, I forget, who did you mention the final boss of this game was?
Colonel Masako X.
Wait. Colonel what now?
Colonel Masako, Dwibs, that's how it's pronounced.
No, the game pronounces it Masako.
I'm sure they also pronounce manga.
Oh my god. Why does it feel like almost every other debate here turns into a tomato-tomato one?
I don't know.
But yeah, Masako. Interesting name. Not to be confused with Masako X.
Outlying guard posts are reporting skirmishes with launch squads. If the EDF doesn't get here soon, there's gonna be...
You know, considering the amount of ultraviolence and everything, I'm surprised that there's so little blood in this game.
Well, to be fair, there have been blood sports when you shoot.
Okay, you can see the blood spots are being in, but like you think for a game like this, running over enemy will net you some splorches.
Also, I love how this music is literally the intro cutscene music we had.
I guess because it's supposed to convey the power trip you're having.
Yeah, the power
trip. Rocket launchers.
Running them over. Or what? And if you shot them, just trample their corpses over, so they won't be able to tell who they were. Also, the rockets have pretty poor range, to be honest.
Okay, that was kind of like that scene in Deadpool where he's trying to run over that guy with the ice shaver machine.
Come where your fucking boss is, or you're gonna die in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's better to just shoot them with the turret gun, to be honest.
Especially because the cannon really sucks. It doesn't have that many ammunition.
See, I'm down to 4 rockets and I haven't hit shit with it, but barely hit shit with it.
At least we barely scraped your health.
Yeah, but I only got ones on the top.
Nope. Our trajectory lives.
Eh. Well, now it works. Okay, I think it's time to get out now.
Alright.
Hurry, Parker. They're starting to seal up the shuttle bay.
Yes, I know. I'm going. Okay, so here's another thing.
Look for another way in.
You have to. There's these conveyor belts coming up, and you have to get on them. You have to be real quick about it because the doors will shut.
You might be able to sneak in through the loading.
Oh goody, we're doing the climax of Toy Story 2.
And I had to redo this bit at one point because I was just flat out stuck. And guess what? I forgot to save, so I had to do that whole turret section over again.
Alright.
The game basically soft locks you like that?
Oh, come on!
The older games like these, unfortunately, had a lot of issues like that.
I think this is more a bug rather than an intentional feature.
Well, it's a thing too. It doesn't necessarily have to be either one of those two. It can also be just be a plain oversight. Those were also very common.
Oh, just avoiding getting hit by that. Also, yes, for some reason the dialogue keeps cutting out.
I get the feeling the game is starting to crumble.
That's where I have to reset.
A lot of games, that especially on Steam, but because GOG bothers to incorporate fan patches when they can, most of the time. A lot of games, particularly on Steam, tend to be a bit faulty and require some extra help from the community in general.
Come on, where's the area? There we go. And off we go.
They're actually going, I guess.
To space!
To boldly go where man has gone, because, I mean, if travel to Mars is common, why not?
Or they'll be toast.
So yeah, in the next part, we'll be beginning our excursion to try and destroy the defenses of the base before they blow everything and everyone up.
See you then, I guess.
Yes.
Try that.